Some days there's just no need to go to the gym to work out. Just do the workout on the farm. Well, what's up guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead. Spring is going to be here before we know it, and we've got to get busy in this greenhouse. So I've ordered a lot of seeds. I've got stuff on the way. I need to get it going, but I'm thinking, you know, it's January. We're still mid-January, and I've been working on getting everything organized and planned out for what I'm going to do in these raised beds in the high tunnel. You guys saw a couple videos back. I had all that compost out in the pasture. Got it moved over. This is the hay and manure mix from the barn clean out, all that, you know, nasty manure stuff. And then this is the compost pile that I moved that was last year's hay pile. So this stuff's all been sitting for close to a year. And I don't really think I'm just gonna go dump it all in my raised beds right now. Obviously, I'll kind of screen it out and clean it up a little bit, get some of the old sticks and stuff out. But I've got another idea. I've got these raised beds in here, and you know, my chickens stay in the chicken pen, and this is an NRCS high tunnel, so I can't use this necessarily for a livestock housing. So like Al Lumna Acres has a little small greenhouse that he puts his flock in over the winter, because he's got a lot harsher winter than we do. They're constantly covered with snow. But it's nice in here, and I'm thinking I could probably run some chicken tractors through these raised beds. So I'm thinking about building me a couple, maybe just one to start with, a small chicken tractor that'll fit inside or on top of my raised bed in here, and every couple days I can just slide it down, and then I can also put them out here, and it's not permanent housing. I can probably get away with it. There's a couple restrictions on the NRCS program, and I'm getting close to hitting the end of that restriction timeline. After so many, I think it's 2 or 3 years. After that, it's yours. You can do what you want to with it. So I'm really thinking hard about putting some chickens in here and some chicken tractors. So I've got some old cattle panels laying around. They're like the ones that are, the holes are 2 by 4, 2 inches by 4 inches. They'd hold chickens just fine. I can build it out of scrap material. Figure out some kind of little nest box to put on it eventually, in case they decide to start laying in there. We'll be in business. So let's go get started on a chicken tractor. So I've got this old chicken tractor here. This is like a Salatin style chicken tractor. I tried meat birds in it a couple years ago. And as you can tell, I've got way too many trees. Lugging this thing around, trying to drag it through trees is not as easy as Joel Salatin makes it look on their big wide open fields. So it's just kind of laying here. We haven't used it in a couple years. Maybe able to rob some pieces off of that. But here's the couple scrap panels, cattle panels, woo, that I'm thinking about using instead. I think those will work. So I don't know that this is really going to be like a how-to build, because there's nothing to it. I'm using an old piece of a cattle panel. It's pretty rigid, so I'm not going to build a wooden or a metal frame for it or anything. These things are really stiff, and you can't really see it on camera because they're almost see-through. It's leaning up against a tree. Probably never noticed it till I pointed it out, huh? So each panel, I brought 2 down here. It's just easier to work on the concrete, but they're 8 foot long and 5 foot tall. And I think I'm just gonna cut one of them right down the middle, make 2 sides that are 2.5 foot tall and 8 foot long, and then cut a top off the other piece, and then cut a couple ends, make just a rectangular box, wire it together. These cattle panels are pretty stiff. They're hard to work with if you're not, you know, if you don't have the right tools. I struggled with cutting these things for a long time because I was tried a hacksaw and tried a jigsaw, but the best thing I've ever found to cut a cattle panel, a pair of bolt cutters. Bolt cutters come in very handy. You just reach in there, pow, 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 pow. 10 times easier than trying to use any kind of saw I've ever found. So I'm gonna cut this thing up and wire it together. Super complicated. 2 foot 6 inches right there. basic frame is ready to go. Now I just got to go find some of that elusive baling wire I was telling everybody about the other day. You know, it seemed like used to that baling, every farm had like a pile of baling wire. I don't have much baling wire anymore. Everybody's gone to twine on their square bales. Well, there we go. There's the basic shape. If you guys can see it on camera. 2.5 feet tall, 8 feet long, and 30 inches wide. I just went the width of, I'm sorry, it's 32 inches wide. Now that width will fit inside my raised beds. I think that'll hold several birds pretty easy as a little chicken tractor. Well, here we go, check it out. Just about done, at least for now. I'm probably gonna have to add a couple more things before I get done though, but making good progress. Got all 4 sides, well, the sides all the way around and the top. Let me show you what I did for an access door. So on the top panel, I just came in and cut a hole out, if you can tell, kind of hard to see. Cut a hole and then just wired an extra piece of panel on, and that'll shut. And I can put a little clip on here and clip that on. Cut a 2x4 to put in here as a roost. So I'm just about done. Now this is going to go, like I said, in the high tunnel. It's still got the little spikety ends. I thought I'd leave those on there. It won't slide across the ground very easy with those, but I thought I could at least push it down into the soil a little bit, and that might help in case we get a varmint or something in there. Predator protection maybe. And I'm probably going to add 1 piece of sheet metal on top, and not necessarily to keep the rain off of them, but they will be in the high tunnel. Even this time of year when it's nice and cool outside, it gets pretty warm in there. It's in the sun all day, so I'll probably put a piece of sheet metal on top just to give them a place to get out of the sun. And then I'll need to build some sort of nest box that I can maybe, you know, cut a hole in the back and clip on back here, just to have some kind of nest box so I don't have them just laying eggs on the ground. But we're making progress. We're making some progress. I think this will work pretty good. Now the fun part begins. This thing's sitting here on my driveway and I've got to get it all the way down there and put it in the greenhouse. I got some extra kids around the house today, so let's go see if we can recruit some help. Well, no luck there. There's 4 kids. Let's see, Emily's here and one of her friends, and Houston and one of his friends. We got ball games this afternoon. We got stuff to do later. It's about noon. We've got to leave at 1. So I thought, well, I'll go catch them first before they start getting ready. All 4 kids are taking a shower. No help around here. Mom's gone. Weston's gone. I don't know if I can drag this all the way down there by myself or not. Guess I could use the tractor, but that's more work than it's worth right now. Let's see if I can drag it. Man, no wonder they say it's hard to find good, dependable help these days. Whew. Some days there's just no need to go to the gym to work out. Just do the workout on the farm. Whoa! Man, I am not even gonna lie, that was work. But guess what? It's in here, it's sitting on top of the bed. I like it. I think this is gonna work out great. Check it out. It sits right inside the sides of my raised bed. Pokes down in the soil just a couple inches. And I think that'll be great for helping keep, you know, just in case we get a possum or a raccoon or something in here. Put a little clip on my roof and it doesn't want to open right now. Well folks, I think that's as far as I'm going to go for today. I'm not going to try to get the chickens put in it. I'll have to get a waterer set up and get a feeder set up in there. And then I can always just come in there, pile leaves and compost and goat manure and all that stuff, and let the chickens scratch around in one spot for 2 or 3 days, or one day, whatever I decide, whatever's working out. Awesome little chicken tractor. I think that's gonna work out great in my high tunnel. So come back on the next video. I'll try to get the chickens moved over, get them situated in there. I don't know how many to put in there just yet. Sorry about the sun, guys. I'm sweating. Can you see this? I don't know if it'll focus. I'm sweating. It's about 55, 60 degrees today. It's been awesome. It's not, 0 or 20. But anyways, come back for the next video. We'll get a few chickens thrown in there, get them situated, see how they like their temporary housing in the high tunnel. Ought to be nice in there for them at least. I mean, it shouldn't be fighting the cold as much. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hey, leave me a comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this idea. You think it's gonna work out? You think it'll be beneficial for my raised beds? It can't hurt. Let those chickens do some scratching in there. Anyways, I gotta get in the house and get cleaned up, because like I said a while ago, we've got ball games today. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.